right. So first things first, you guys leveled up, right? So let's go over what is new with that.
Hopefully dying less on my part. So Barbarian, I get 6 more health, so I'm at 59. So just shy of it. I think my healing surges were all fucked up last time because they were much higher than they are now. So I don't know if I got some sort of feat or something I forgot about, but yeah. Because we're 6 now and it's evenly divisible by 2, all of our like skills and stuff went up by 1. So now we just got crazy skills like 12 intimidation, 11 athletics. I think it's like 9 perception. Skill wise, for barbarians, I chose combat surge, which basically when I'm raging, it allows me to reroll any attacks I miss. So if I whiff it on an attack, I can just try it again. And that's a free action, so I can do that as many times as I want while I'm raging. And the feat I chose was Enlarged Dragon Breath. So that extends my range of my Dragon Breath. So now it's a Blast 5. So it's a 5x5 square. So that's like, what, 25 by 25 feet?
Nice.
Yeah, so it's gonna... Big range.
That's a chunk, yeah.
I pretty got it hit something this time now. Because I always fuck that up. That's it for me.
Cool. Yeah, I guess for Laryn, I went with this. I guess it's the feat was a skill focus on my Arcana check, so I could add +3. So I currently have a +8 on Arcana checks, so that helps. And then the utility I went with was this thing called Battle Awareness, which is +10 to all initiative rolls. And it was just like, no villain or monster will get the upper hand on you. So I'm like, hell yeah. So that makes my initiative currently +16.
Jesus.
Jeez, wow. Awesome.
Versus my initiative of 2.
Mine's a 4. And yeah, for Donnie, my hit points went up to 49. I took Winter Touched, which allows me to gain combat advantage against any foe that is weak to frost damage, which is pretty cool. And all my skills went up and stuff, and I got like a 10 athletics and 10 diplomacy, which we don't use anyway.
No, we never use.
No, and that's what I think. That's what I picked Arcana, because I'm thinking to myself like, oh, what did I really want to go with? Oh, I'm trying to think. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do religion. No, I'm just kidding.
All of our saves went up by 1 too.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. We should really try and do the good cop, bad cop more, because you got so much diplomacy and I got so much intimidation.
Yeah. Good cop, bad cop, crazy cop. That's Laryn.
Good cop, bad cop, cop that burnt down half the city.
Yeah, he's like pre-Joker levels.
I just realized it's actually a +17 initiative. That's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Bragging so much. All right, I think that's it then.
Yep.
All right. So where you guys left off, you were in the weird drippy cave that had that kind of strange glow-in-the-dark kind of fungus stuff growing around. And I believe we left it off where you were still hanging from the stuff. Well, as one of you that ate the food has the...
That was me.
Yeah, you have a like a tentacle sort of plant thing down your throat.
Oh, that creeps me the fuck out. Oh god, that's really not cool. Can I like?
I mean, we've all seen enough hentai. We know where this is going.
Yeah.
It just makes me think of Stranger Things so much.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, it's like a thick green thing that's just basically got your mouth as open as wide as it can, and you can't move your mouth at all. It's just, you try to bite down on it, and it's completely jamming your entire, throat. Strangely, you can still breathe, but it's inside of you.
Yeah.
All right, Laryn's gone. Let's leave him.
No, that's what I mean. This is already some form of karma, but it's okay.
I mean, we told you not to eat the food.
Yeah, no, that's my bad.
So we're just hanging here then?
Yeah, you're all attached by these vines, these thick, kind of greasy vines. and that are dripping with this weird glow-in-the-dark kind of substance.
Hey, does this shit burn?
So like
It does
acid?
not burn, but it's weirdly, like, numbing.
Will it light on fire, though?
I don't know. You'll have to try it out. You also see a bunch of other skeletons that are kind of hanging in the, there's bodies in various states of decay kind of
We see Brank?
hung up in the, no, you do not see Brank.
Damn. Oh, what a piece of shit.
Out of character, I'd say, hey AJ, maybe don't light the thing that's attached to you on fire, or any of us.
I want to do it, though.
All right.
But it's part of me.
Are we? Are all of us awake? Like, are we all conscious, or is it like some of us are still?
You're all wide awake.
Okay. Could I just try and flex and just bust out of it, like the rock out of one of his shirts?
Yeah.
Just
you can.
explode.
So make a strength check.
20, unnatural 20.
Natural 20.
Unnatural.
Oh, unnatural 20. Gotcha. Yeah. You do. You wind up getting your left arm free.
Ha! And I reach for my great axe and just try to start like swinging, like to break any I can
So
reach
your
off of.
axe is kind of like there's these vines are just all over and wrapped around your body in every way. So you got your arm free completely. Your left arm is completely free, but in order to get your axe, you're going to have to also break through what's on your back, which is going to be significantly harder.
Okay. Are the vines just above me, or are they like below me too, or is it like am I just hanging?
They're all over. Yeah, you are hanging. So they're wrapped around your legs. They're wrapped around your other arm. They're wrapped around your neck. They're wrapped around your forehead. It's like locked you in.
Okay, I'm going to try and like rip any away from my mouth that might be around there.
All right.
And try and just use acid breath like around me and melt the ones that are clinging to me.
So you're using acid breath, but you're gonna kind of spray it around yourself.
Like any of the vines that are attached to me, I'll try and melt it with acid breath.
Are you immune to acid breath?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so at all.
I don't even think I have like acid resistance. I don't think I get shit from it.
Yeah, so I don't think that you would want to do that. You know what I mean? I think you'd want to make sure you're not spraying yourself with acid. It's going to be really tough to get that acid breath out and not burn yourself to hell.
I mean, it only does 1d6. I could take...
If you want to, you can do that.
I don't know how else I'm getting out of here.
Well, you could try some more strength checks in the, against the other vines if you want to.
Oh, why won't you let me hurt myself? Okay, I'll try and...
You're right, I shouldn't have stopped you.
I'll keep ripping them off with like my left arm now and try and get my other arm free and just try and rip myself out.
All right, give me a roll.
Oh, much worse.
Ooh,
7.
Yeah, you struggle against it, and you now have -1 to your next check with that limb.
Alright, I'll try one more time. -1, so that's 9.
-2 now. Yep.
Alright, I lied. One more time.
All right.
13 plus 4, so 17.
So it's still stuck, and you are now -3 on that limb.
It's 17 doesn't get me out?
Nope.
Alright, now I'm just doing acid breath. They're just spraying acid all around me.
All right. And it's 1d6 damage, right?
Yeah, 1d6 versus, or plus 2. So. Oh, shit.
So that's 7 damage.
Yeah.
You're going to take the 7 damage, but in addition,
Oh.
you did remove all the vines from
Okay.
your upper torso, and like on your bag now, though, has giant acid holes in it, and your stuff is falling out on the ground. Yeah, so you're free pretty much. You're able to like use your limbs to kind of kick and pull the rest of it off, and you get yourself out of this burning acid mess of vines and whatnot. Now you're standing on the ground, and your bags are kind of destroyed now.
How high are we hanging up? And did I feel that?
So you're about 4 feet in the air. And did you feel the acid breath?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it would be close enough where it would.
No, you're on other sides of the room.
Okay, and I was also just curious if it's like a chain reaction, if like this like creature or the vines got burnt, if like since I'm like connected to it, it would hurt me.
No, it doesn't seem like it's connected at all. It seems like they're just all independent. But the vines do writhe and kind of move slowly on their own, like you can see them moving. They're not fast in any way.
Okay.
Oh God! Oh, that was just fucking terrible. You said there were other skeletons there. Do I see any of like their stuff maybe fall into the ground, like any of their gear?
Oh yeah, there's skeletons. They all have different like bags and armor and things on them and stuff like that. There's all kinds of stuff like on the different corpses, and you're not even sure like how many people there are yet because you haven't really walked around the room. But you can do that. But I imagine that other people want to be able to get out of these vines as well. So
yeah. I'll get to them.
I start lighting everything on fire.
Oh no!
Well, I just wanted to grab a bag real quick before I forgot, like because I'll forget that I don't have a backpack.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to snatch one that would fit everything I have.
Okay, so you're able to find one that's not too old, but it's stained from rotting flesh and stuff. So it's a bit gross, but it's big and it seems pretty solid.
Big, gross, and solid. It describes Ku to a T. Okay, now that I have that, I'll go and try and help the other guys. Did you just want to go guns a-blazing right off the bat?
Yeah, I kind of want to like just start using burning spray on like the vines above me, like with my right hand.
So yeah, you can do that pretty. That's a lot easier to be more pointed, and it's not going to drip as much.
Yeah.
So you're fine. However, it's creating a pretty good amount of smoke. So this room is kind of filling up with some smoke. What is it?
Are we getting high?
Are you gonna get high?
Are we burning resin right now?
You don't really want to get high from these vines. In fact, the smoke is kind of acidic. It's like it's burning your nostrils. You have a hard time breathing when you're up in it, but it's kind of hovering around the ceiling. So
I use I switch to Dragon Frost to freeze it to make it brittle.
Okay,
so I can snap it.
That does work. So you're burning them, and then you switch to the freezing, and you're able to kind of break the vines a lot easier now that they're frozen.
Swag.
And you get out. You jump to the floor.
I'm free.
I don't think I can do anything. I think I'm pretty fucked. Or can I like move my hands around? Or
you can. You can try to do a strength check to get out of that. All
right, can I try to strength check to pull this like thing out of my throat like it's like a sword?
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know. You know how like people do sword swallowing? What? I'm just gonna try to pull this tentacle out of my throat because that's like my main concern, I suppose.
Well, get your arms free first, which is going to take 2 strength checks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What's my strength?
This is the most uncomfortable I've ever been.
I'm just sitting here watching, like my arms folded. Let's see if he can get out of this on his own.
14.
Nope.
And a 16.
Nope.
Dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically a 20 that you're looking for.
To get my hands free?
Yeah, to get your arms free.
Are his legs lined up too?
That's what I got.
Yeah, and his legs are still bound up too.
All right, I go over and I just freeze the ones on his legs. I don't worry about his hands.
Okay. Oh, come on, Donnie. We got out on our own. He can do it.
So I just want the leg. I'm only helping on his legs. He can do the arms himself.
So yeah, you're able to crack the legs free from the vines after you freeze them.
That might actually be able to give him some leverage if he can swing his legs up.
Yeah, so his legs are free, and now he's just hanging from his torso and his arms.
Just running in the air like a Scooby-Doo character.
Yep, pretty much.
The Ouija run?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try to use my legs to my advantage in a way that I'd like sort of kick and pull with my arms at the same time.
Okay, that'll give you a little bit of an advantage. So you can roll without your -1, and you still need a 20.
Oh, god damn. That's a 13. And,
12.
12.
Dag it.
Yeah, you're still stuck there.
Ah, damn. I'm trying to think if I have anything, like, special, but I don't really think I do. Oh, phase step wouldn't help, would it?
That would absolutely help.
Alright, is it gonna, like, damage me by, like, just, like, blinking out of there, or is
Nope,
it? I don't know.
You would be
Okay.
totally fine. Yeah, you totally just blinked right out of it and get to the ground really easily.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
You appear as this weird Vine Laryn, like, hybrid, like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
No, I'm just, like, picturing I blink down there and I look up and, like, my lungs are still there and I'm like, oh, shit. And it's but, okay, no,
So you blink, you blink out of it, and the vine that was down your throat is then hanging there, kind of still dripping with your bodily fluids and stuff, but it's and slowly rising. But yeah, you're completely free, and you are now throwing up on the ground.
Yeah, I can picture that.
Yeah, you're kind of out for at least like 5 minutes of recovery. In fact, all of you are pretty weak right now.
We haven't eaten anything. Do we have any food on us at all?
As far as when we were in the lock, we still had half a day's worth of rations when we escaped, if that's still...
But did we... Is that including what we found?
That was an illusion.
Yeah, I don't know how far back the illusion was.
Yeah,
how
you
deep
guys
did we go?
Actually are still really hungry. You realize at this point how starving you have been, and even more so than when you were in the illusion world.
So how much rations do we have now then?
Then you still have that half day of rations, and that's it.
That's okay. So we did use up all of the rations in the lock hallway.
Right.
Yeah.
You pretty much. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So
I'm gonna nibble on some rations. I'm gonna eat like a quarter day.
I'm just eating all I got.
Yep, I'll
Right.
have whatever I have available.
So it's really not enough food, but it's something at least. So it's keeping you from starving. And as you're recouping and you're all kind of sitting, on the ground eating,
Recooing.
Recouping, you notice that there's a kind of warmer glow of light that appears in the center of the room. And there are 3 soldiers that appear in the middle of the room. They look like the soldiers that you've encountered before, the same ones from the army, and they don't seem to see you. They seem to be kind of out of it.
So are they looking at us, or are their backs just turned?
They're just all facing in different directions, like they don't even know where they are.
Okay. Since we're bad at this, I'm gonna do it right now and try and see what loot I can find from all the other bodies that are lying around.
All right. So you do that, and let's see here.
Maybe they have like weird elven bread that never expires or something.
Diplomacy. I walk up to the soldiers.
Yeah, me too.
So you walk up to the soldiers, and they completely don't even understand or see you at all.
Hello.
Hello.
And in fact, they're now kind of slowly, walking towards the wall.
They're lagging out.
They're gonna get.
They're having
yanked up by the
latency
vines.
issues.
They're gonna get yanked up by the vines like we did. They fell under whatever spell we also fell under.
I run up and I slap them each in the face.
Doesn't do anything.
God damn it. I use Arcana check. I use an Arcana check on them.
They're definitely under the spell of the vines. You can use that to tell for sure.
While I'm bent over, scrounging through all the piles of dead bodies, looting, I just lean back and be like, see if you can get anything off of them before they get yanked up.
I take out my dagger and I cut each of their hands.
Their hands are bleeding.
Brothers.
They didn't even flinch when you cut them.
Okay, yeah, strip them naked and push them back towards the vines.
Fuck it, I did all I could.
You're
I don't
stripping them naked first?
Yeah, we're taking all the shit off of them.
Okay.
They
You
got
find
food?
the standard pack on these guys. They do have some rations in their bags, which gives you another 2 days of rations, so you do have a little bit more to eat.
Nice.
So that's good. There's some water in their flasks, so that's good too. And they have the very basic, bare bones, standard soldier's kit that you've run across many times. Just a bunch of junk, really, and personal belongings and stuff like that.
I don their stuff as a disguise.
You want to wear their armor?
Well, I'm not gonna use it in combat. I'm just gonna put it on, and if we get into combat, I'm just gonna take all the shit off. Because it'll hurt me in combat.
So when you're wearing it, it's going to be hard to wear it without actually wearing it. Because if you're just putting it on and kind of lightly tying things to make it so you can rip it off real quick, it's going to hinder you a lot. And it's going to make kind of a really hard time for you to even just walk around. Like when you wear shoes and you don't tie them right and you're...
Yeah,
I yell over, like, hey, Donnie, disguises won't work with Dragonborn and all.
Yeah, I know. But if, one of us is dressed like them, it'll help.
Are they all human?
Yeah, all 3 of them are human.
Well, none of us are human, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm half. I'm close.
Yeah, it would fit you. The stuff would fit you.
I'm just wondering, if he could actually, disguise himself, or if it's, an all-human empire, it's obvious that, he wouldn't fit in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. There are other races that are part of that. And you're not familiar enough with their structure or anything to know if there's different markings for different races, or if it's, or if some of them are enslaved races, or if some of them are mechanically enslaved or something like that,
Yeah. I'm just trying to tell Donnie, don't worry about the disguise. They might all be dead by now.
So who was looking in the bodies?
I am Ku.
Okay, so Ku, basically every time you find a body, you just find any bags that are attached to it, and you rip them down, and you're going through them. And there's a lot of junk. It's mostly just junk, but you do find in one of the bags of the people that's hanging there, you find 1,700 silver pieces.
Yo, what up? Players?
Yeah. So that's pretty good. So yeah, you find 1,700 silver pieces in this giant tied satchel that was inside of the backpack. And it's, it's old. It's definitely been there a long time, but the silver pieces they're real. They look pretty solid. And then going through some other folks, it's a lot more junk. But amongst all the bodies, of which there are something like 20 in that room, you do find 3 potions. And the potions are of cure light wounds, it says, at least. They're marked that way. And you also find something else. You find 5 vials of something called sweet water.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that.
Who said you're gonna have any of it?
Well, I mean, you are the flaskman, so... Goddamn
right I am. I got my babies back.
Only other thing that you find is... there's one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a scimitar, and it definitely is magical. Other than that, all the other weapons and everything that you found looks like junk. It's just... Yeah, you can't distinguish it from junk. But this scimitar the blade is somehow inscribed, so the entire blade has design and decoration on it, and something in a language that you do not recognize is also on the blade itself. And the grip handle is embedded with a couple rubies, which look like on their own they would be really valuable. But, of course, you don't want to destroy it because you can tell that it's definitely a magical item.
Is Donnie, you still fiddling with the boys in blue over there?
Yeah, I'm playing some pranks, some japes. I'm fucking with them as much as I can before they Like they're gonna get they're done. They're donezo. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way we're gonna be able to save them. So it's like,
and they kind
I'm
of like
just
they
fucking with
stumble.
them.
They slowly stumble back towards the wall, and you see that the vines are slowly wrapping around them. And this is probably exactly what happened to you. You know,
it's like, hey, this sucks, and this is the worst thing ever. I wish I could provide them clarity so they could wake up, but I can't.
Memories. Remember when This Is Us guys back when we were young and naive?
We don't actually remember it though. That's the problem.
We don't. Anyway, you done with messing with them, Donnie? I need you to
Yeah.
magic something.
Okay, what's up?
Give me a magic check on this boy, and I hold out the scimitar.
A magic trick, okay.
See if you can detect any specifics of it.
Let me get a little Arcana check on that bad boy. That is a 19.
Oh.
So you do get the idea that there is an intelligence trapped in that blade.
Hey, that thing's got a mind.
Huh?
That thing can think. There's an
Wait.
intelligence in there.
Like, out of character, Mike, like,
Yeah.
is AJ right in that, or do you mean it's like a +2 to intelligence?
No. There is a mind trapped inside of it. Yeah,
There's a sentience to that weapon.
Exactly.
Oh. Hey, guys, remember how Brank sucked? We got a new Brank. I'm going to call it New Brank. That's
New
the name
Brank
of the sword.
City.
New Brank City.
Sweet. Now I got a little buddy here. Can it talk? I saw like shaking, so yelling at sword. Hello, anyone in there? Like just
So,
waving it around to see if it wakes up.
You do start to hear, you don't hear a voice, but you start seeing a series of pictures in your head.
God.
It's like, it's not a really intense or overwhelming experience. It's a pretty light type of thing. And you start to see a series of pictures that kind of seem like something like a recap of incredible battles that this sword has been through. And different people.
What does this sword look like? And who did he take it off of?
It's a scimitar.
Okay.
And it was off of a human skeleton.
I got nervous that this was our elven friend.
Aniston?
I got nervous this is Aniston's sword.
No, this is not Aniston's sword.
And Aniston's dead, and that made me very sad.
Well, you don't
Nah,
know.
Aniston's
You don't
immortal.
know if Aniston's dead or not.
Nah,
He's
I think
immortal,
he
he's
could come
fine.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, he's not dying anytime soon.
He's got that crazy ring of protection that nothing can touch him with.
Yeah, unless he takes it off.
Yeah. So sorry, I think we cut you off. I see like the flashes of the battles it's been in. Is that it? Or?
Exactly. And that's pretty much it. And you get the feeling that this sword, it's kind of like challenging you, like, are you good enough to wield it? You know, and that you better get in some good battles. It's like challenging you.
That is so hot. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, what?
No, this sentient sword, you gotta make it sexy.
Laryn's like horny as fuck always.
Yes. He's writing fan fiction between him and the sword already.
Exactly.
No. Calm your nuts.
I mean, we had the vine already this episode.
Yeah. Wasn't that sexy enough, guys? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
damn
think
it,
that was enough
sorry.
sexiness, like for
This is our sexiest
a
episode.
lifetime.
Nothing's sexier than a sentient sword. Wow, that's a hard thing to say fast.
That's an alliteration and a half.
Am I good enough to wield it? Probably not, because I'm not trained at all sword wise. So I'm gonna like sheath it and just like hold on to it, and most likely won't whip it out in battle anytime soon. But we'll see. We'll see.
And it'll be my friend. I will name him Swordy.
No, his name's New Brank. Okay. Because, yeah, the only one trained with swords is Laryn, and you're sure as shit not getting this one.
I have plenty. I'm good.
Yeah, we still don't know what your other cursed sword does.
Right.
Okay. Sweet, new sword.
And the sword is also +2.
Ooh.
Nice.
This
So
is the best ornament ever. So sexy.
Alright, I guess I look around, see if there's... Well, the soldiers came in through, like, a glowing circle. Is there, like, any obvious entrance or exit?
No, they came into the glowing, they came into that glowing, like, but the glow disappeared as soon as they had arrived. It was kind of like, you know, when you were going through the prismatic lock, kind of like what happened with that.
Yeah.
Hey, is there a hub where all the vines are originating from?
No, they're just protruding from all of the walls all over the place, and they're so thick along the walls that you can't really even tell what's underneath it.
Can I start digging away at like a certain part of the vines and see if I can get underneath them?
Sure. Do you want to just choose a random area or?
Kind of, yeah, whatever's to my left.
To your left. So you just go over there and you start digging against the vines, and you, after a while, are able to pull them away from the wall, and it is a like stone. You can tell it was like created by dwarves. That this is a room, and the stone walls themselves have been hewn and assembled like it's, very well put together ancient dwarven construction type of thing.
And is there like a ceiling in this place? Like, would we be capable of climbing these vines if we needed to?
I'm not touching these things.
The ceiling is probably about, I don't know, it's hard to tell, but you think it might be about 20 feet up.
Okay.
I'm going to go around the outside of the room and start freezing the vines.
All right, all of them?
Yeah, every one of them.
And the ones that he freezes, I want to use my pole, like spear, to like kind of like, or it's a trident actually. I want to use that to like smash them down off the wall, and then maybe we could start looking for a door out of this place.
All right. So you do that, and you do get to about halfway through the room, and it's directly across from where the people entered, and there is a hallway that goes and leaves this room.
Cool as hell.
But the entire hallway is filled with the vines.
I'm freezing as we go. Let's do it.
All right.
Yep.
So it's
Rock
just
and
gonna
roll.
be very slow going, but you do freeze and then smash and you.
It's at will. I can use it as much as I want, so I can literally just be screaming
down,
and throwing
basically.
ice out of my hand.
Yep. So you're doing that, and it just, it does take a while, though, to just chop and, like, freeze and whatever. And you're about, like, 30 feet down the hallway when suddenly you break through into an empty hallway without any vines blocking it. They're now just kind of protruding from the walls a little bit, but it seems like they start just kind of disappearing now.
Cool.
So you're
We're free!
you're in a long stone hallway that just kind of heads into the distance in the dark.
Okay. Do we have any torches or anything on us?
You do have some torches because of the army
The
guys
adventurers
that you ran into, the
picks, yeah.
soldiers that you ran into.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
I
got
light
some
one of those
sunrods.
bad boys.
So does
Yeah.
everyone want to light up a torch?
I would say no. Let's save. Like, let's just light up one at a time
All right.
and just stick close together.
Yeah.
And you light up a torch, and you notice you can see a little bit further down the hallway. There are holders on the walls with unlit torches in them.
I'm just hitting those as we go.
Okay, so they light
Just
up.
lighting them up as we go.
Yep.
I just grab one that gets lit then,
All right.
because it's not wasting a resource at that point.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad I already cracked this sunrod. I'm just gonna hold on to it until it goes out then.
So there are now, you are walking down the hallway, and you finally get to a gigantic door. What kind of creature would need to use a door this big? You don't know, but it's a gigantic door that takes up the entire width of the hallway and is at least 15 feet tall. In the front of the door is intricately carved. It's the face of the Dwarven King that Brank had mentioned before. And below his face, he's holding out his arms on either side of him, like kind of open palmed towards you guys. And towards one side that he's gesturing, it looks like cities and mountains and sorts of things. And then on the other side, it looks like undead type of things. Like there's skulls and skeletons and like rotting flesh and stuff like that kind of carved into the other side. And the wood is very dark. And then about where the dwarf's stomach would be are 4 rings, concentric circles that are made of different colored things that are not necessarily wood. But, it looks like one is made of jade, one is made of some sort of red stone material. Another one is blue, and another one is yellow.
Hmm.
And the concentric rings have different notches carved on them about once every inch or so.
This reminds me of the path. I look at it and I'm like, this reminds me of the doors. For some reason,
it was different colors though.
Are there colors that correspond to those?
It seems like they do. It just seems like they're a little bit different.
Okay. Can we touch the rings in the order that we went through the doors?
Yeah, you sure can. So you touch them, and it doesn't seem that anything happens when you touch them.
Hey, Donnie, you want to put random magical rings on your fingers again?
No, they're in the door. They're laid into the door.
Yeah, they're laid into the door, and they're the biggest one is about 8 inches diameter.
Oh, okay. I was thinking they were rings.
Maybe it's a spot we have to touch if there's markings on it.
Arcana check?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's definitely magical.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if it's gonna tell me much more than that.
Oh, okay.
But you do get the feeling that the rings rotate.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking, like a giant combination lock.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many notches are there per ring?
It varies from ring to ring.
Okay, shit.
Following the colors would mean, which ring we have to turn first to last. That's how it would work in my mind, at least. Could we thievery pick this lock?
We don't have thieves.
Yeah, no. Everyone has a thievery skill, but...
Yeah, mine's 2.
Mine's a 4.
Mine is a 1.
Just put my ear up to it and listen for the click when each one slides into place.
I'm just gonna start spinning the most outer ring and see if I feel any pushback on it, any resistance.
So it kind of has a click, 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 click every time you turn it, and it goes all the way around without making any sort of noise.
Can I move the next ring in, the darker green, teal, or light blue, or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Can I move that one at all?
The second, if we just name them 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. 2.
And so 2 would be the darker green one, right?
Yeah.
So you only have touched the red one so far.
Oh wait, is red on the outside?
Yes.
Red's the outside, blue's.
Oh, okay, sorry. Then yellow. 3.
That's the third one.
Yep, so that's the third one. You spin that all the way around, same result, clicks, and nothing stops.
Okay, I was hoping we wouldn't be able to move it. Okay.
I think it would be from in to out. They would be inside to outside, based on the order we went through the doors.
Yeah, I just start moving all the circles to see if spinning them I notice anything different with them.
So you start with the original, the first one, the light green one, and it does suddenly make a clunk noise when it gets into a certain position.
Oh.
We do that, and then the next one out.
And you get to the same thing with that clunk,
and then the outer
clunk,
all right.
And they all click into place. And the doors have kind of a weird hiss, like air is being released. And the door just slides open soundlessly and slowly.
That's not creepy.
And inside of the room, you see what looks almost exactly like what's upstairs in the original room that you came into. It goes pretty far back. There's giant tables that are carved from stone. Everything is kind of like it is upstairs, but there are skeletons at every single table seated there, slumped over as if they died millennia ago. And as soon as the door opens and clicks into place, like it goes all the way open, fire springs up in multiple fireplaces and braziers, like all throughout the room. So it becomes completely lit up. And you estimate there are probably just hundreds and hundreds of skeleton dwarves seated at these tables and in different various areas throughout the room. Some are like slumped against the wall. There's a few that are just piled on the floor. There's some that are dressed in different types of outfits and all sorts of things. So you're walking into basically what looks like a dead version of the upstairs.
Can I pickpocket the fancy looking
Jesus.
ones?
And all the way at the very end, just like there is upstairs, there's a giant throne. And
I grabbed Laryn to keep him from desecrating the bodies.
all right.
Did you learn nothing from Abu in Aladdin?
Touch nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, if there was food there, I'd eat it too. No, I'm kidding.
Learned nothing from the last adventure.
It does look like when these folks died millennia ago, that they were in the process of just hanging out and partying. Like there's food all over the tables, like what used to be food apparently. But
hey, do I notice scorch marks anywhere or anything?
Jugs. What'd you say?
Do I notice scorch marks anywhere or anything?
No, there are no scorch marks.
Okay, this place doesn't look like it was fucking bombed out by a dragon.
No, it does not look like it. It looks like they didn't die violently. All of these skeletons they're all sitting in tables and looked like they died while they were just hanging out and eating.
Well, Donnie's incredibly saddened. Let's move forward.
Shit
right.
happens.
So you get closer to the throne, and you notice that there are also now on either side of the throne, there's like 2 guard regiments of skeletons that are all collapsed on the ground with fancy silver armor and some sort of like really nice looking equipment, and looks like they all have magical swords and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm going to use the Arcana check to see, like, I don't want to look at their bodies. I want to focus on things like outside of them, like what around the room can I notice?
So the whole place is pretty much lit up, for sure. But the bodies themselves are all lit up much stronger than anywhere else.
The main thing I'm looking for is a scroll or a book.
There is nothing that you notice until you get closer to the throne. And directly in front of the throne, there is a book on a little pedestal.
This is, I think this might be what we came here for.
I start scooping up as many magical swords as I can see without it being cumbersome for me.
Can I look for coin purses?
Yeah, you guys can totally do all of those things if you want to.
I approached the book.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm gonna open it.
Donnie's the main character.
Do you want to open it to a specific page or open it to just the front or?
Just the front. I want to see like what the text looks like inside, if I can decipher any of it.
So you open it up to the front of the book, and you notice that basically what it looks like is it's some sort of map on every page, and there's dwarven writing around the outsides of each page, so on a border. So if you imagine like, a very incredibly detailed map that looks kind of vibrant and shimmery, and it has this incredibly magical kind of quality to it. But around the edges of every page, there's gilded lettering and numbers that kind of look like it's numbering a grid, but then it's also giving instructions at the same time.
Oh, I just like rub my face like, oh boy, this is detailed. I can't read a damn thing here.
I hold up a magical sword and I go, "Hey, Donnie, will a sword make you feel better? They're magic."
No, I don't think we should stay here very long.
How many swords can I carry without it being hindering my movement?
You can pretty much carry five 5 swords is still kind of pushing it, but that's going to be pretty heavy too.
I'll take 3.
I just rolled a 23 for perception to see if I could get any coin purses.
So you find an extreme absence of coin purses. There is no money anywhere in this room. You are convinced at this point.
I shake my fist at the sky and I'm like, someone beat me to it.
Curse you,
do I notice...
As you're grabbing the swords, something grabs your ankle very tightly.
Guys, I think there are ghosts. Can I look down and see if I notice anything?
Yep, you notice that one of the guard, the skeletons, the elite guard ones, has grabbed your ankle and is now rising up and using your body as to kind of climb up to standing up. And as that one is rising, you're hearing a commotion throughout the entire room as every single undead...
I knew this was coming! Every single undead dwarf awakens and kind of immediately kind of checks back into what it seems like they were doing last, which was just eating and drinking, and they're kind of grabbing at imaginary food and chattering and stuff, but they seem completely out of it. Their eyes have this crystal blue glow to them that is this dead-eyed kind of thing, but they're kind of just going through the motions of life still.
Give them their weapons back.
I immediately toss the swords back down. Just, hey, you got it. Yeah, what? No worries, it's all yours.
The elite guard just grabs their weaponry, stands up at attention, as they do on both sides, and the dwarf at the throne stands up and takes a couple steps forward.
I kneel. I turn and kneel to him.
All right. Anybody else?
I'm still shaking my fist at the sky.
All right. So you're kind of you were looking for gold. So you're kind of like in the, back in the eating area still.
Right. Okay.
So
can I notice? Can I notice if the skeleton on the throne reacts at all towards Donnie kneeling, any way at all?
He looks at him.
I kneel too.
All right. And then he motions with his hand for you to rise.
Okay, I stand.
I stand up slowly.
What has brought you to my domain?
Gonna be honest, I kind of forgot.
I'm gonna use diplomacy. I'm gonna use that diplomacy check. Can I roll diplomacy with him?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
Is this the first time?
Fuck, it's a 13. I mean, that's not it. The 10 saved it. It kept it from being garbage.
Right. 13 is not bad. 13 is not bad. But I'm going to need you to... What are you going to diplomacy? What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to explain what we came here for.
Okay.
Which is the book, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right.
We're trying to bring magic back to the land. Because it's been basically exterminated from the land.
And it's kind of our fault.
Shut up,
Don't
Laryn.
say that. But we're basically just trying to fix the world above, is what I'm going to say to the king.
All right, so the king says...
So, the time has come for my book to be used.
Yes.
Now,
Unfortunately,
how do I know that you do not truck with those that would obliterate magic, or those that would greedily take power for their own?
I look at Laryn sharply.
I
eyeing him.
motion to Ku, and I say, do you have Brank's book still?
I think that got taken away, didn't it?
Was that part of the illusion?
That was part of the illusion.
Exactly. And it dissolved.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have it.
No. You do have his...
we do?
Yep, you do.
We have the real one, because it was with us in the hallway with the doors.
Exactly.
Right. My mistake, yep.
Does he give it to me? Ku, do you give me the book?
Yeah, if I got it, I'll hand it over.
I rifle through the book to see if there's anything pertinent to like this moment that Brank might have written down?
There's a lot of stuff that leads up to this moment, and in fact, there is something that now makes perfect sense about the whole Vine room and all that stuff. However, there's a lot of question marks, and it's like all fragments that basically say that there was 500 dwarves that went missing at some point. They don't know what happened. But when the king died, the king that Brank references throughout there, that he was entombed somewhere, and that's where the book is rumored to be, and that this king, they thought he didn't think that it was going to be full of all these other skeletons or anything, but this is basically all he knows, is that this king has this book, and this is the guy that you need to get it from. And the thing basically also says that, he's try to figure out a way to get the book from him without fighting him.
Yeah, I just say, like, is there any way that we can... I mean, we had a dwarven guide that was with us, that was part of the resistance, the magic resistance, but he passed away in that hallway, the one with all of the colored doors. We found his body. That's where we got this book. He disappeared from us. He ran ahead, and going alone is usually not a great idea in places like this. And it seemed to have cost him his life. Is there a way for us to prove? Was there something you would want us to do to prove that we are here on, like, righteous terms?
Righteous.
None of you are dwarves.
Nope.
No.
Can I show...
His kind, I pointed Ku, like, his kind has been exterminated by this world that we live in. He's the last of the Dragonborn.
That's unfortunate. In my time, there were many Dragonborn.
That's what I mean. We come from another world. And, like, I give a brief explanation of what happened there. And then I show him the tattoo on my left arm, and I'm like, only us Eladrin have this tattoo. And I feel like, does this design, do you recognize it? Maybe it's like a fragment from another memory of the lost world. We're trying to right the wrongs we've done.
I don't understand what you mean by lost world. I only know this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't.
Fuck.
It's too much to talk about.
Okay.
The other stuff, the time.
We pretty much gotta give up. We pretty much gotta give up
recognize it.
on the other world. Like, that's done and gone. I don't think we're going back to that.
We're just trying to fix the one that we're in.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Can I hold up that bronze disc I got way back?
Yeah.
It apparently had a dark elf ruins on it, or runes.
Yep.
Can I hold that up and be like, does this... We were told this came from these caves.
It may have. Many try to come and find this book.
He, like, names the book. It's something in Dwarven that's, like, almost incomprehensible.
Whoa.
And
Oh, jeez.
and he said many come to try to find this book. And many die. Do you have dealings with the Dark Elves?
So,
No, fuck them.
Never met 'em.
No, we don't.
We salvaged
Yeah,
this.
we actually haven't encountered Dark Elves ever.
Yeah.
You may not take the book until you prove your allegiance.
What would you have us do?
What do we cut off Laryn's hand? And I hold up his hand.
Very cute. Cutting off someone's hand. Where is any of the dwarven people?
Well, our one friend died, and we ran into a ghost dwarf lady, and she was batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Do we remember her name?
Ziggle Pebbleback.
Does saying that name do anything for the king?
No, he does not.
Damn it.
He is not affected by it at all.
It's like, oh, that crazy old coot. And he like slaps his knee. And then Mark jumps into the Skype call and he's the king now too.
God, I would hate that.
Never.
If that's what you
Stop
want.
No.
No.
Dear God, no. Could I pull out the magic scimitar and see if...
Sure.
Whoever's in there knows anything about this, or flashes any images in my head that might work.
You see, like, images, there's streaming images of just all kinds of different battles that this sword has been through, and you get the idea that it's been around a real long time. And, it doesn't really give you any kind of clues or anything, though, to the, nature of this whole thing. I mean, you see battles with dwarves, you see battles as a dwarf, but nothing worth standing out.
Okay. I just put it away, sheath it again. We killed a chimera, but I don't really think he gives a shit about that. I'm trying to think of a way we can prove ourselves.
I'll give you this sword, and I show him the glowing red sword.
And he said, I have no need for such things.
How can we prove our loyalty? We don't have much, as you can see.
You made it past every test that was thrown in your path to get here. Surely you must have some idea of who is in command of the Dwarven Kingdom.
Did Brank tell us about the Dwarven Kingdom at all?
Well, there's scribblings in his book, and he did tell you. Remember when he was rambling on and you guys were ignoring him?
He did that a lot.
Yep, he sure did. He told a lot of different stuff. Anyway, actually, how about everybody make an intelligence check to see if you can recall anything interesting about this king and what his name is, and I'll give that to you.
Oh, I kind of remember it myself without even rolling. Hold on. Some Breymark. Am I right?
Yep, you are right.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
You roll an 18, so you know it's Tidus Breymark.
Tidus.
Ooh. The king under the mountain.
Yep.
Tidus Breymark.
I'm just picking my nose. I don't remember shit.
So you know that's who you're talking to now.
And I kneel again.
Yeah, I'm starting to kneel too. I'm like, this guy's the real deal.
I'm playing along and kneeling with him.
I just say King Breymark.
Yes.
Go on.
That is the king of the dwarves.
Can I help you?
You.
I mean, yeah, he knows that, but
All right, so
he knows his
no,
own
I
name.
just realized who I was talking to.
We still have to prove ourselves.
Yeah. Is there anything we can?
How about we?
He wants the current leader of the dwarves. Probably he wants to know who that is.
I mean, that was Brank. Now he's dead.
Was it Brank?
He was a leader. He was one of the 5 leaders in the Silent Hands, and he each leader was a different race. So I assumed he was the dwarf leader.
What was Brank's last name? Did he tell us?
He did.
Was it Breymark as well?
I gotta take better notes.
Yeah, I think it was.
Brank Breymark, is he the one that rules the Dwarven Kingdom?
He was their representative.
What has become of the Dwarven Kingdom?
Yeah, they're a bunch of ghosts, if I'm not mistaken.
A lot of them are gone.
What do you mean a lot of them are gone?
There's a
How fares my kingdom above this one?
Not great.
Not great. Brank was the only one we met, and he kind of disappeared on us. Here, one
show
thing
him the book.
We'll do. Here's
I say this was the book. These were his notes, that he was keeping about coming here that we got from him, and I hand him the book.
But yeah, now he's flipping through the book and reading stuff.
Okay.
It's taking him a little while, but he's flipping through page by page and just kind of going over stuff. Seems to be able to read very fast.
What a guy. What an undead.
Well, as he's going through the book...
How do I know you didn't kill him and take his notes?
It's kind of what happened.
That's not what happened.
I mean, he's the one that guided us all the way down here. We wouldn't have gotten here without his help. But he used this sort of magic capsule, and he just disappeared. I don't know if that's a dwarven trick or technique, but that's the last we saw of him that we knew it was him.
Yeah, if he died, you could ask his undead self yourself and see what he says. Me and him are best friends. It's a shame he had to die.
He sets down the book and he walks over to this basin and he takes some kind of powder and throws it in the basin, and this green flame shoots up something like 12 feet in the air. And finally, when it settles down, the entire basin is heated up with this tremendous orange heat. Like the rock itself looks like it's not molten, but it's like one step before that. And you can feel the heat coming off of it is almost too much for you to take, even though you're 10, 15 feet away from it. And then he takes a flask out from his robes, and he holds it high above the basin and drops a few drops into it, and instantly this incredible gush of steam just flies right up from the basin, and it solidifies into this kind of like a column of solidified steam. And in that steam, you can see him kind of like traveling through it. Using his hand, he's kind of rotating this column of steam and going through things. And you can see him just kind of noticing certain things. You catch a glimpse of Brank's face. You catch a glimpse of your own faces. You're seeing all of the stuff that has passed to get you to the point where you are now. And
that's handy as hell.
He finally
montage
steps back.
What you say is true. You will need this book.
We will do what we can to restore dwarf population above and use the book for good. I'm not sure though if we'll meet many dwarves along our way, but we'll try.
Who will be the keeper of this book?
Donnie.
I will. I raise my hand. I was like, I will.
Come here, child.
I walk towards him.
He asks you to step forward.
The sooner we accept that Donnie's the main character of this story and
stop it,
Laryn are just like the dumbasses like Timon and Pumbaa that follow him, the
better. He takes your hand and he pulls a ring out of his robe.
Oh no, I don't.
Do you accept to be...
I'm not ready for marriage.
Do you accept to be the caretaker of this book and let these dwarves rest?
I do.
He puts the ring on your finger, your middle finger of your right hand, and as soon as he does, it burns really, 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 really bad.
Been here before.
You fall down to your knees in pain, and you take 8 damage.
Okay.
Searing pain. And you notice that from the ring, there are now kind of green tendrils that are coming out of the ring and are lighting up your hand. So it looks like your hand has some sort of like broken stone inside of it or something weird that is making it glow green in these little threads that are traveling throughout your hand. And Tidus Breymark says, "You are now the keeper of this book. Guard it with your life, for it is the most powerful magic item that has ever existed."
Oh my god.
And then he said, and he claps twice with his hands. And the guard stands at attention on either side of him. They kind of, everyone at every table stops and looks at him. Everyone is frozen in this room. And then he says, "You may now rest." Every single skeleton falls to the floor, completely just bounces along. The skulls are rolling along the floor. Everything dust. It's just a cavalcade of just like destroying skeletons that are just falling apart. All of the armor and swords and everything turns to like some sort of sand, like dust type thing, and just kind of lays on the floor. But every single skeleton, every single creature in this room is now completely desiccated and completely fallen apart.
Is that
Even the
including
king?
Titan Breymark?
He sits down in his chair, and the light goes out of his eyes, and his skeleton kind of shifts.
All right. Is my hand permanently glowing now?
Yeah, it is a light, dull glow.
Is this the
Okay,
hand missing the finger?
No, that was his left hand.
That was my left pinky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it my pinky?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was my
I think
pinky.
it was your pinky. Yeah. It was your pinky.
Okay.
I'm having some hand shit right now.
Oh, Donnie's the new avatar.
Stop it. I take the book.
All right.
I pick the book up.
I start jokingly like praising Donnie, like bowing to him, just like, oh,
Arise, Thane.
Thane.
You're my house Carl now.
I'll snap that fucking hand off of you right now.
As soon as I can though, like I'm gonna find a glove for my hand because it's gonna draw attention to me.
All right.
We should have asked that king if he could have brought Brank back from the dead.
No, I'm glad he's dead. I'm fine with this.
No, he saw what he needed to see. It was like super unfortunate that Brank died. Like I feel like he would have been better suited to be the boy with the book.
We should have asked the king how to get the hell out of here.
Did you pick up the book, you said?
Yeah, I picked the book up.
As soon as you pick up the book, there's an engraving in the floor, like a circular engraving, that seems like it was probably up above as well. And that engraving is lit in a light blue kind of fiery flame that kind of just appears around it and kind of outlines the circular thing of it. And it's big enough that all three of you could stand on it if you wanted to.
Yeah, it sounds like a teleport, like a jump pad.
Yeah.
Get us out of this dungeon.
I want to get the hell out.
I put my hands in the air, like, beam me up.
So you guys all go stand on it. And as you do, everything dissolves around you. That blue flame kind of completely covers everything. And you materialize into complete chaos. You are standing in the modern day throne room as there is a whole bunch of craziness happening. There's the front doors, you might remember, they closed them to try to keep the military out. There's some sort of battle going on up there that you can't really tell what's going on. There's wounded people everywhere. There's dead bodies stacked up on the sides. There's people running with weapons and with medical equipment and all sorts of things. There's a huddle of magic users that are working together on some sort of strange multi-part summoning thing. And then there are there's Samael, and there's Klagan. That was the elf and the human. And then there's Brank also standing there with the other two leaders of the Silent Hand.
He made it back.
And Brank is looking very fucked up. Like he is scarred on his face. He's very thin. His eyes are kind of wild. His beard looks kind of brittle. Like he's just not. He just looks.
Does he look older than when we were last remember him? Like does he look like he aged a long time?
It's hard to tell by looking at a dwarf how old they are to you.
Okay.
Brank, you're alive.
What?
I run up and hug him.
How are you here?
I put my hand up with the glow and like the ring on the finger, and I'm like clutching the book with my left arm, like to my chest.
The ring, the book.
I pull out my great axe and I lift it over Brank's head. And I was like, "Well, we've seen this before."
Are you gonna chop up Brank?
I literally stopped.
I think this is real this time.
I know, and I prevent Ku from like striking him. I get in front of him.
The other two Silent Hand members rush forward and draw weapons on you guys.
Yeah, this is real. All right,
I'm
stop.
protecting Brank.
All right, I put my great axe away. It's like, fine.
What are you doing?
We thought you were dead.
I thought you were dead.
We found your body in the hallway.
We found your
That
body multiple
circle.
times.
I found your bodies many times as well.
Time was weird in that hallway. We were right.
I wandered the hallway for... I don't even know how long. I was gone for maybe 200 years wandering.
Jesus.
I don't know about that, but we found the book.
But you've done it. I thought you had all died. Many times I saw your bones. Oh my God.
I collected
The
your
book.
skull like a lot.
You wear the ring?
Tidus gave it to me.
Tidus. How did he appear?
He was a
Okay.
skeleton.
Yeah, he wasn't looking too good.
They looked. I think he might have been a lich of some sort.
He was a lich. That's true. It's true. He was an arch-lich.
He had blue fire in his eyes, and there were a lot of other dwarves there, Brank, like dead ones, and it was sad.
Where did you find... What did the room look like?
It looked just like this room. It was a duplicate throne room, just way, way down.
Well, that's amazing. It's so many different rumors of what happened that it's impossible to know, but you've brought this book just in time. This might be the thing that can change everything.
This
Hope
is the
so.
turning point in the
Let's
war.
win this shit.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Doug here, or as you know me, Laryn Gitis. Thanks for listening to this week's episode where after all of this time, our heroes finally discover the Arch-Lich Tidus Breymark on his throne. Now that they have proven themselves worthy, will having the book in their possession be enough to change the tide of the war above? Find out on next week's episode. I want to thank the hosts this week. It was Mike, AJ, Bren, and myself. Cover art was done by Ian McAfee. Theme music was composed and assembled by Josh Stitt. Distribution is powered by the fine podcasting software at pinecast.com. You can leave a tip, you can leave feedback, just click a link in the episode description. And if you're not already subscribed, please do so on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. See you next time.